Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Sandown Park here on Saturday. It is the 6th of July, 2024. Going to look at the feature 335, the fifth race from Sandown. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And also join me tomorrow for my Parisian Prep preview from Deauville. Also today, check out my Belmont Derby preview from Aqueduct. So some great races on both sides of the pond today and tomorrow. But we're going to look at the big one today, the fifth race of 335 from Sandown, which is the Group 1 Coral Eclipse. It's a Group 1 event for Class 1 horses going for a purse of just over $950,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. 8 horses are going 2,000 meters or a mile and a quarter on the turf course. Your likeliest winner is City of Troy. I'm just going to try and beat him with the 6-horse Ghost Rider. Bit of a better price here, but I know that might be a little silly here. I'm going to go 6-4-5 in the trifecta. 6-4-5 trifecta. Top selection 6-horse Ghost Rider. This 3-year-old colt by Invisible Spirit here. Clive Cox trains. Richard Kingscote gets to mount. They took the horse to Chantilly and France on the 2nd of June, a mile and a quarter in the Group 1 Prix de Jockey Club. The French Derby. He finished 4th by 3 3/4 lengths that day, and he never really settled from the inside that day. He just kind of plodded along. He ran a good race. He ran a good speed figure, just as a little bit faster than the Derby, but he just couldn't catch the winner. I think with a smaller compact group of horses, he'll get a little bit closer to the front, which would suit him nicely. I think he has a good turn of foot. I think he could win, but is that good turn of foot good enough to beat City of Troy, who has a very, very good turn of foot? We'll have to see on the day. Two back, he ran the Group 1 2,000 guineas at Newmarket, a mile on the Rolling Mile of 4th of May, and he finished 4th by 4 1/4 lengths that day, and he basically lost all chance at the beginning. He didn't get out of the gate so clearly. He was with him early on, but then just kind of yielded late. I shouldn't say yielded, he just never quickened up. Maybe if he broke better, he would have got maybe a place that day. Maybe Rosalind, who was next star winner, wouldn't have caught him, but he got around the race course well. And then the Group 2 Royal Lodge at Newmarket, a mile on the 30th of September, winning by 1 1/4 lengths from a tracking trip. He really took off clear on the fast ground. Nothing bad about that race. Even the race before that at Ascot over the 7 furlongs in the Class 2 novice race in September, he won by 1 1/4 lengths that day, and again on the front end driving away. He really ran terrifically. His 2-year-old form was perfect. 3-year-old form, he's been facing tough horses, but he just hasn't had that good trip yet. I think he'll get a good trip from the inside here today, and I think he can get the job done. I'll use him on the ticket. But with that being said, also, the 4-horse City of Troy ran terrifically in the Derby a few weeks ago at Epsom, a mile and a half on soft ground, win by 2 3/4 lengths. His turn of foot was electric. You forget about the horrible, not the best beginnings where he just slow-footed it out of the gate, but after that he flew home clear. It's getting back to a mile and a quarter, which he's bred for through and through. Justified won over a mile and a quarter. Together Forever is a decent horse, won over the mile and a quarter. Galileo won over the mile and a quarter. But I do think its better running style will be over the mile and a half in the future. But he really got redemption in that Derby run. Prior to that in the Guineas, he finished 9th by 16 lengths again, which is the thing with him. He doesn't get out of the gate so clearly, which he didn't do that day, and he never really got into it. He weakened out of it. He just wasn't comfortable that day. Maybe he needed the race off the bench. That was a head scratcher even for Aidan O'Brien, but what he did to get this horse first in the Derby after that was very impressive. And then prior to that in the Dewhurst at Newmarket over the 7 on soft ground, winning by 3.5 lengths that day, and basically under the drive very easily. He got the job done. Even the superlative before that was quickly done easy. Coming here today, he could definitely win. They have high hopes for this horse as the season goes on. Next, if he does well today, do they run him next in the Jedmont International or the Irish Champions, or both? And then, he might have a trip with the Breeders' Cup Classic at Del Mar in November. So we'll have to wait and see. I think he has a good dirt pedigree here. You have to remember, Galileo on the dam side ran a terrific race in the Breeders' Cup Classic at Belmont in 2001, along with Saki and Tisnow. Everybody forgets how good Galileo ran in that race for his only dirt start, but nothing bad about this horse. Coming here, I know he's a very short price. He could definitely win, but I think Ghost Rider is just a little bit better price, and I think he's sitting on that good race also. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong about Ghost Rider. It's going to be an exciting race with any horse winning. But to recap my selection for the 30-35, now the fifth race from Sandown, it's Group 1 Coral Eclipse. Going to take a shot with the 6-horse Ghost Rider, but I know that might be a little bit crazy. I'm going to take the 4-horse City of Troy also, 6-4-5 trifecta, 6-4 in the quad pod. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everyone.